All right, welcome. This is a video breakdown of one of Nooro's a big multi-million dollar brand, one of their most successful VSL ads that they run on Facebook. So I'll show a few seconds of the VSL, the first 10 seconds, just so you get an idea of what it looks like. This is their spokesperson. They use a combination of stock footage and custom video content. And then custom product content. So that is the VSL. That's what it looks like. It's 8 minutes long. We're going to break down the script also, which is the most important part. I have also the big copy elements. We'll go over that in a bit. And this is the product. It's this massager right here. So this is one of their best selling products of all time. It's for neuropathy, lymphedema, all kinds of stuff. So that's generally it. Now, let's break down the script. So it starts very, very effectively. This is one of my favorite ways to start the VSL. If you're struggling with neuropathy, it means that your peripheral nerves are damaged and eroding. So it's highly engaging. It's calling out the problem immediately, and it's an if-then statement. So it means if you're struggling with this problem, then, which if you are struggling with the problem, the next statement is immediately applicable to you. Your peripheral nerves are damaged. That's the new root cause. So it's immediately intriguing, some new information about the problem you're struggling with. Why is this a problem? So this is the problem and what's causing it. Now, why is it a problem? It leads to these symptoms that cause pain, physical pain, and then it affects your everyday life. So this is oftentimes how they do their problems and their benefits, is that what's the literal problem? It's burning, tingling, numbness. How does that affect your life? So you combine both. When you state the problem, also explain how it affects their life. And then if you want to take it one step further, it's the emotions that come from that effect on your day-to-day life. So everyday activities like walking, standing, etc., become uncomfortable. That means you feel like a prisoner in your own body. You feel like life is passing you by and you just feel trapped. So that would be the emotional side of it, the third level of dimensionalizing it. Then we connect it right to the viewer. If it sounds like you're not alone. So we immediately connect to them and we take away the sting of that by saying you're not alone. So we don't want to just point the finger at them and say you're suffering, because that's not a pleasant feeling. So we say millions of others suffer from the same condition. So you're part of a group. Now a reason to act. So we've agitated, we've connected to them. Now we need to give them a reason to act, which builds some tension, some urgency, and gets them to keep watching. The unavoidable problem is that it continues to get worse. It gets more painful, more uncomfortable. You have to treat it. You have to. And then the worst case scenario is losing independence, wheelchair, crutches, or even amputation. So it's building a lot of tension and fear, and that makes them want to continue watching and get the information. How do I act? How do I resolve this tension? Now we create an open loop. Again, this whole lead is just very engaging, opening lots of loops and connecting at a personal level to the viewer. It's a very effective copy. So we make a big promise. The good news is it's totally reversible. And then we open another loop with some surprising information. You might be surprised that what's causing those burning pains is a hidden problem that no one in the industry wants to talk about. So we build more tension, more intrigue. Why don't they want to talk about it? What's this hidden problem that's causing my pain? If you're watching this, you're experiencing something called neuropathic nerve erosion. Again, connecting it to the viewer and immediately giving them the problem. And we give it to them on our terms. So we kind of own the problem and we own the information around it. This means the nerves are slowly deteriorating, leading to burning, pain, tingling, and numbness. We summarize the problem. And again, the worst part, the condition gets worse. Then we make it specific. This makes the problem a lot more real. It's a brutal condition. It hits those over 60, diabetics, high blood pressure, or previous nerve damage. And that's, in a way, an indirect proof element. When you use specific information, that's a proof element. It makes it more believable, more trustworthy. Now we agitate it. The physical problem and the downstream effects. This is what I was talking about. Eats away at your nerves, leaving you feeling like your feet are on fire, sharp stabbing pain. But it's not just physical discomfort. It also takes away your freedom, your independence, and your ability to do the things you love. And now we're at rock bottom. We're building up these negative emotions. Your life can turn into a nightmare, traps you in your own body. You can't enjoy your best years. That's the bad news. So now we're at the bottom of the wave. Now we're going to start going up. And this is also very engaging to make this wave of tension where everything looks really bad and then suddenly we provide some hope. Reversal. Hope is here. The good news is that there's hope. Tired of inferior solutions, an expert, a doctor, has just developed the first and only massager that addresses the root cause. So immediately after all that rock bottom, boom, here's the solution. Here's the hope. It's the Nooro NMES foot massager. You see, unlike other products that only provide temporary relief, It uses breakthrough, the solution mechanism, neuromuscular electrical stimulation. And this is so the product is introduced, immediately we state how it's different. Because anytime you introduce a product, their mind is always going to go to what I've tried other products before. Why is this different? Why is this going to work if other things don't? We immediately tell them what's different about it. Then we say how it works. It sends a combination of impulses and how this helps you. What do you get from this feature? It means that within a few days, the nerves in your feet can repair and heal, eliminating pain, tingling, numbness, get back to the things you love without the constant worry, the constant fear. So that's how it helps you. We put it onto them, just like we put the problem onto them to make it real, to make it relevant. We put the solution onto them to paint this dream outcome. And then we have the big promise. It can reverse the pain and give you back the best years of your life. It also, so this is like the opposite of agitation. We're extending the problem. We're saying it in more and more ways, making it more real to them, more desirable. Within 1 or 2 weeks of use, you'll feel more energetic and the pain will be gone. Then how to use it makes it even more relevant. And the more you can get them to visualize it while you describe how to use it, what it feels like, the more they'll want to buy it. The best part, it's so simple to use. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. No annoying chords, especially when you have an older audience. You want to be very clear about how simple it is, how easy it is, how convenient it is. That takes away a big objection, which is how do I have to figure this out? And that's regardless of audience, but preferably if you're talking to an older audience and if it's some kind of electronic product, you want to be very clear on how easy it is to use. And then we visualize what it's like to use it. Sit back comfortably. It does its job. Experience the blissful massage and the pain relief. We give them these emotions, these sensations through our words. We paint a picture that they can feel in their body. The more you can get them to do that, the more likely they are to buy. Now, don't go too much into this, because if you do too much of this visualization, then they become aware of it and it loses its effect. Because neuropathy is best when it's gone. So it's just kind of painting the picture of the dream outcome. We continue with that. Imagine finally gaining control of your life, this very positive, very emotional dream outcome. That feeling is priceless. But don't take my word for it. Here's what others say. Now we have 2 testimonials. At first, I was skeptical. So immediately as skeptical, it doesn't sound like a paid promotion. It was an impulse buy, and I didn't believe it very much. After shipping delays, I tried it, and I didn't notice a huge difference. So it's a very soft, indirect testimonial intro. It's skeptical, it's relating to the viewer, it's believable, it's relatable. I decided to keep using it for another week, and that's when I noticed a real difference. After just 2 weeks, my symptoms had significantly improved. I couldn't believe it. It was a miracle. If you're suffering from neuropathy like I was, it turns the testimonial onto the viewer. I highly recommend you give it a try. And this is testimonial number 2 right here. It's been a game changer. I was constantly searching for a solution, a relatable situation for people who suffer from this. That's when I saw an ad. I decided to give it a try, and I felt significant improvement. So it's less addressing skepticism here, because this was the purpose of the first testimonial, is to really hit them with the skepticism. I didn't believe in it. There were shipping delays, but it all ends well because I got the solution. I got the dream outcome. And now we're moving on into the close. Don't let neuropathy symptoms control your life. Try the massager today and experience the difference for yourself. So a summary statement to open up the close, and immediately a risk reversal after that promise. His patients have seen impressive results, and he's so confident. So there's a reason behind the guarantee. The patients have seen impressive results, and he's so confident. That's why he's giving you a 90-day results or refund guarantee. A very strong and very compelling way to phrase your guarantee, your risk reversal. Don't let the neuropathy symptoms control your life any longer. Click below to try the Nooro whole foot massager at a great discount. If you don't get the results you like, they'll refund you. So it explains the discount. So we have 3 sentences here for the discount for the guarantee, because it's a very important part of this close. Now we give them a benefit, a reason to act. Click the button. You'll be taken to a special page where you can buy 3 foot massagers and save a whopping $120 off. Larger packages save us a ton on shipping, and we can pass those savings on to you. So it's giving you a benefit, a reason to act, and an AOV push, which is huge. We're telling them to buy 3, and then we're telling them to buy 6. So what are the odds that they're going to buy 2? Much higher than if we hadn't said it. What are the odds they're going to buy 3? A lot higher. So the conversion rate on those bigger bundles is going to be higher, and their average order value is going to be very high, which is crucial when you're doing direct response e-commerce funnels. This is a great way to stock up at the lowest prices. Click the shop now button below. What happens if you don't act now? Now we have the crossroads close. So we've given them all the benefits, the AOV push, the risk reversal. Now we need to really agitate and build this tension to get them to actually take action. Because they could believe it, they could want it, but if they don't have that emotional impulse to take action, they won't do so. So I want to take a moment to talk about what happens if you don't act now. So the crossroads close essentially means there's two paths that diverge here. If you don't act, this will happen. So let's go over that part. Without treatment, you may lose your independence and mobility. The neuropathic nerve erosion can become irreversible. And now the other path. But imagine the feeling of relief you've been craving for years. Imagine being able to do your favorite activities. Imagine standing up straight and confident, living your life happy, fulfilled, and your friends keep asking you, what did you do? What changed? That feeling is priceless. So a very powerful secondary crossroad, which is the dream outcome, right? So if you do nothing, you're going to suffer. If you take action now and buy this product, you're going to thrive. And now we do a final push of positive emotions. Brace yourself for the new life that's ahead of you. Don't let this pain control your life any longer. Click below and the CTA. So a very powerful close that boosts the AOV and has a lot of impetus for taking action, and probably has a really high click-through rate and high conversion rate. So that's this VSL. This is their longest running VSL. They're still running it, I believe, as a retargeting ad as of today. What is it, January 17th? A very effective VSL. One of their best that I've seen. And just to review the copy elements that make this work, the big problem is neuropathy damage. The problem mechanism is neuropathic nerve erosion. They don't go too in-depth into that. They just explain it very simply. What it is, how it happens when your nerves deteriorate, and what causes it: aging, diabetes, high blood pressure. Solution mechanism is the product, the feature of the product where it sends these impulses into your feet that solves the neuropathic nerve erosion. The big promise is that using this product can reverse the problem mechanism and give you the dream outcome, give you independence and pain-free movement. And the proof is that essentially it's the spokesperson, who's the doctor, Dr. Jeremy Campbell, and the testimonials and the risk reversal. So that's really it. That's this VSL. They were sending this to a advertorial page for a long time, and from advertorial to product page to the one-page checkout where they had multiple different units, and I think the 2 unit was pre-selected. So I hope you enjoyed. You can definitely use this VSL and this structure and this outline that I have in bold to write your own for any kind of physical product or more, but it works best for physical products. And if you have any questions, you can leave them in the comments, or you can DM me on Instagram or Twitter, X. And I also have a private community, a school community. The link is in the description below, where I do a lot of these VSL breakdowns. I have a ton of resources and information on how I use direct response to build my e-commerce businesses. So if you're at a point where that's interesting to you and you can apply it to your business, check that out in the description. Thank you. Have a great day. Boom, 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 boom. Peace.